You were alive. That's what it says. You were alive. Yeah, no, I'm alive. I'm alive, of course. It says live though. You're alive. Yeah, I got tired of that little countdown thing. I mean, it seems kind of I don't know. It's kind of weenie. That, do kind of stuff. I don't know. It's not my thing. I would tell you guys to like, share, subscribe, but I think it's becoming more something where you guys just hear it and don't really do it. It just becomes part of the monologue. It's crazy. Well, good morning to you all. I am in Laredo, Texas, and that's where I am. You know, this is a very big country. Started out in Atlanta, Dallas, Houston, Laredo. Anyway, gang, good morning to you all. I don't know how long this is going to go. The title of it is War, 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 and I know many of you noticed that I throw that in the chat often when I see some action. Boy, you guys know me. I love some action. I love some action. It's nothing like a good war. People start fighting and fingers starts pointing and the anger and bile, the vitriol. Yeah, that's the word, vitriol. Yeah. These YouTube streets, man, they can get pretty rough. Funny thing is, though, at least for this sector of YouTube, I guess I call it the CT sector of YouTube. For the most part, we're all kind of on the same side, at least politically. There's not too much diversity. Good morning, Roz. Very nice of you to come by, Roz. You're a very good person. In this sector of YouTube, there's not. My floor is messed up. It's water damage. Anyway, I'm in this hotel here, Hampton Inn. It's not too bad. It's the Hampton Inn, though. You know what to expect. It's not the Waldorf Astoria. Anyway, this sector is interesting because there can be some knockdown, drag out fights, but then people show up the next day and they're friends. I think part of that is a testament to amongst men. Men generally fight and then they make up and they become friends. Seems like the women's side of the equation, when women fight, become enemies, they become enemies forever. You know. But last night, before I left, I turned it on one last time, and Skywalker and Bill were going at it. Raj, you may like this. Isn't it beautiful that a Mexican and a white guy would fight over a black woman? If you want to be racialist like that. Morning, Wolf. So they were going at it pretty hard, and it was, I think, the traditional good cop, bad cop, for lack of a better way of saying it, over this Sonya Massey thing. And I gotta admit, I don't know exactly what happened with Sonya Massey. Quite frankly, I don't care if I'm going to be honest. That kind of stuff is so far removed from me. I mean, I care from a human standpoint, but it's one of those things you read and then you move on to what's next. So, um, but I put in the comment section my commentary, if you will, on police and whatnot. And I've kind of moved. I was a type of person that says cops are cops are good, society bad, case closed. And there's still remnants of that. There's still parts of that, but I'm moving steadily towards a position that cops excuse me, police are unfortunately necessary, and those positions are filled by a cross section of humanity. I think sometimes in order to be a good cop, you have to think like a criminal. You just don't cross over. I guess to be a bad cop, you are a criminal. Anyway, like I said, I used to be a hardcore cop, and what moved me a little bit, I guess you could say, to the left, still really on the right side of the fence, but what made me loosen up my views on cops being all good is um, just a simple fact that when you have power, um, there's a tendency to abuse it. And when there is no oversight, or the people who are overseeing you are on the same side, what do they call it? It's the something watching the hen house, the fox watching the hen house or something. You know, in Memphis, man, I got to tell you, some of these cops, they're ghetto as hell. I mean, you call 911 in Memphis, man, you might as well be calling, the rib shack down the street and asking for the bouncer. Really ghetto cops. Got cornrows and tattoos and crazy looking. But I guess what is a cop supposed to look like? Particularly if you're drawing from a pool of people who everyone looks like a criminal, your cops are going to at least look like criminals. But I've talked to police there, um, not going up an interview, but just when I've had interactions with them, and it's like, wow, I can't believe that you're a cop. I mean, you sound like a hood. I think when you represent the government on a day to day basis with the population, you should be someone who looks respectable, acts respectable, and talks in a way that everyone can understand. I think one of the most embarrassing things about this country is our customs officials at the airports. I mean, this is the first face of the country where people all the world come, and the customs officials largely are mean and rude. It looks horrible. Now, their jobs are important, but my goodness, what the hell? So I I don't know why anyone would want to be a cop, to be brutally honest, especially a white person. But in general, why would anyone want to be a cop? It strikes me as, uh, the hall monitor. I don't know. I could maybe seeing it be respectable back in the day, but now it just seems like I don't know, the mercenary arm of certain political politicians that want to get elected and certain corporations that want to have money, you know. And then they have the quota thing too. You mean I have to go find people doing crimes to make sure I can stay employed? That's kind of fucked up. So yeah, but I will say when you pull away the police, look at Baltimore when the cops kind of said, "Okay, you know what? We can play that way." I mean, crime skyrocketed, it went through the roof. Certainly, criminals don't like cops. Criminals definitely have a problem with cops. And I think to myself, when these politicians say we got to reimagine policing or get rid of the police and all that stuff, I mean, if I was a criminal, I'd be thinking, oh, this is great territory, man. No police, let's have fun. It's party time. Woo, party time. Yeah. So it was just something I was thinking about. But Skywalker and Bill, and I got to watch more of it, man. I got to do some clips on it and watch more. They were going hard, and I love the war. I really do love the war. I love intense battles and whatnot. Um, but I don't like to start wars. All right. Now, some people say, "Well, I fund wars." Okay, that's fine. I can accept that. There are times where I've been in these YouTube streets and well, look at King Shenard. I brought back King Shenard, who terrorized CT Show. You know, but I didn't make King Shenard. I didn't make any of these people that start problems. You know, but I suppose if you fund a war, you're kind of in it too. But I wasn't walking around looking for people to fund. Does that make sense? I enjoy watching war. I don't like starting wars. Okay. Now, both sides really felt very deeply last night about their position. And from what little I could gather, I think both of them are right. And in fact, both of them are wrong. You know, um, part of me was thinking, I was looking at the backstories between the two. Yeah, one of the tough things I think about being a white person that supports the cops is people were going to think that the cops simply work for white people, as if white people don't have bad interaction with cops. Like there's this idea that if you're a white person, you are immune from the belligerence of the police, and I'm like that's just not true. I mean, forget the fact that there are more white people and all the stats that talk about how police actually shoot white people more than black people. Forget all that. I mean, it's not it, being white does not mean you get off scot free. Okay. But the problem is once you say that, and you have other people saying, well, it's worse for us, and no matter how good you have it as a black person, you're always going to be, you're always being a nigger to the police, and the usual. You can almost see where these arguments go before they even start, which is sometimes rather pointless, but it does make for good entertainment because uh, the way people will argue their positions, even though there really is no right position, if you will. I mean, there's a position that will bring consequences depending upon which position you have. One of the funniest, it's funny to see people who have no power get very angry. And we've all been in that position. I've been in that position where I'm furious. That's like a Uber driver or something for being late, but there's nothing I could do about it. I see people who've had their bags not go with them on the plane, and they go to the baggage lost baggage found. They yelling at the person, but what can that person do? The person can't shit out your bag. They're not stealing your bag. They're not hiding it somewhere. But it's funny to see people angry off something that I don't know. I guess there's no resolution. You know, um, and there are varying degrees of what matters and whatnot. I mean, it's funny to see people get mad at sports types events, and the sports talk people in that sector of YouTube and that sector of the country. You get some really. I mean, these guys are fighting over an emblem. Cliff, I need you bad. By the way, I need you to get in there and do your time stamping for my shorts because you're excellent at that. I appreciate all that you do. You're very good at time stamping. I hit your timestamps. I know exactly where to go. Please, I need you to comment as much as you possibly can and feel like it. Shout out to Cliff. But I enjoy watching a good debate. I do. Thank you, Cliff. All right, and that's not an order. That is a request, a deep request. Okay. Um, well, back to what I was saying. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. 84 had. I never seen 84 grab his head so much, and he kept leaning back. It was like, and forgive me, but he was like you ever see someone who like is severely autistic and they just rock back and forth. I mean, 84 was like that last night, man. He was so frustrated and so, I guess, incensed that Bill could not see his position, you know, and I wasn't laughing at him. I'm not laughing at you, 84, and there's nothing to laugh at, but I was laughing at the concept of being so angry at something that uh I don't know is very open to opinion, I suppose. Bill was no better. I mean, Bill got angry, and Bill, you motherfucker, fuck you, stop putting me on mute, motherfucker. Ah, God, it's just I don't know, man. But I've gotten mad at people on YouTube too. I guess not that many times. People have seen it. Like I've gotten mad. There are times I've heard things where I just want to. I just think to myself, "Are you that stupid? Are you that dumb?" You got to remember something. You know, this channel kind of has drawn a certain following of people that I personally think, and I say this with some pride, probably have a higher IQ than most. They're able to view the world in a number of different ways. They're able to pull out the humor in the human condition. Um, they're able to laugh at the mundane. You know, I mean, the women won't understand this, but every man at some point in his life has forgotten to hit unsubscribe or cancel their subscription to a porn site. You know, it was $2.99 for 3 days, and then you forget, and next thing you know, you look on your bill, and it's $29.99. You know, and I can say that, and every man will laugh and say, "Yeah, yeah, you got me on that one." And they're like, "Well, I don't watch porn." Oh, okay, all right, maybe you don't watch porn anymore. Okay, but the fact that we can laugh at that, but we do have a few of the religious types, overly religious types, where you shouldn't be watching porn anyway. Like Savage. I mean, I like Savage, or as I say, I rock for Savage. But man, talk about a Debbie Downer. He's a Debbie Downer, and he's always trying to teach people something, man. Trying to get you in, some kind of hypocritical thing that you said. It's like, well, dude, we're just trying to have fun here, man. Okay. All right. I believe the Catholic Church is what God had in mind, um, for how human beings should worship God. But I know there are people out there that don't believe it. And guess what? I can't prove it. I wasn't there when Jesus was crucified. I just heard it from a motherfucker who heard it from another motherfucker who heard it from another motherfucker. You know? And yet people argue fervently, I mean, wars and shit, off someone they've never seen. I mean, can you imagine if Jesus never existed? Or, let's say Jesus was just some guy, he was just a nice guy around the streets of Jerusalem that gave good advice, but he wasn't the savior. I mean, imagine that. And then, you know, 2,000 years later, you know, it's like he's God. Well, what if it never ever really happened? And you get these people that will argue like, "Oh, I know Jesus." No, no, you don't, man. I don't know it. I believe it. Well, he's the most documented but even the historical records, I mean, that's a motherfucker writing it down because another motherfucker said it. I mean, how many generations of motherfuckers, you know, do you go back until you get to Jesus, and how much stuff do they put in there? It's just something that people do. I mean, CT touches on it, and I got to hand it to CT. At least for me, helped me become more of a skeptic. Yeah, I wasn't fire and brimstone ardent in my beliefs as like a savage or something, or some of these guys, but I was pretty sure in it. But I gotta admit, CT's ability to question things, it rubbed off on me. I'm like, well, you know something, man? I'm getting more angry listening to this because I can't refute it. Well, if I can't refute it, let me stop and think. There's wars going all around the world right now of people believing something, whether it be nationalism or religion, uh, gender, sexuality, uh, cultural values, and all that. I can understand war for resources in a way. I mean, eating, being able to take a dump, access to white women. I mean, those are things that every human being needs. But beyond that, you see these wars break out off something that, like these tribal wars in Africa. You guys are fighting because you believe your genetic lineage is more important than that person's genetic lineage. And it very well may be, but you're fighting off what someone told you is the truth and you believed it. I guess in America, it would be like, the South survives again. You get a lot of these cracker ass whites who are ardent Southerners, and it's like, you're mad at the North. You weren't even born during the Civil War, man. You know nothing about it, but you still carry these stars and bars, flags, and the South this and the South that. Well, the South got its ass kicked, number one. And number two, you're borrowing somebody else's identity, making it your identity, and then willing to die for it or go to the mat for it or lose your job over it. And what did you really get for it? I mean, sometimes I think people go to war and believe all these things and fight and all that stuff because they just don't want to take time to look at themselves in the mirror. Because if you look in the mirror, that could be the scariest thing in the world. Now, a lot of you are ugly. I don't have that problem. But what I'm really talking about is looking in the mirror and looking at your eyes and trying to figure out who you are. I think it's Confucius that said, man travels all over the world only to come home and find what he's looking for. I think sometimes we chase identity, we chase religion, we chase nationalism, we even chase diseases. I'm a cancer survivor. I'm an alcoholic. These things are like, they're pseudo identities, man. They're not real. They're maybe aspects of your life, but they're not who you are. I get a lot of heat for saying, uh, you're defend white people, you think like a white person. It's like, no, man, I'm Bob. I don't wake up in the morning saying, okay, what do white people think? That's what I'm going to go with. It just so happens that my way of thinking, sure, I'm willing to say a fair number of white people would agree with it, that a lot of blacks don't. At least a lot of blacks won't openly agree with it. But to be so binary in thought that you cannot see that someone has their own identity, their own thinking, but that they are a extension of another worldview is really sad. I mean, you look like someone like Be Brave, who believes that corporations are the worst thing in the world, and he always says one of us just sounds like an idiot. Well, that's not really a flex. I mean, that could be you. But anyway, he's no different than the Bens of the world. They believe that racial identity is a sum total of everything, and you must fall into that category. And if you don't, then you're the opposition. Isn't it just possible to be a human being? Hmm? I don't know much about sports and all that stuff. I know BD was getting on me saying, "Well, why don't you watch sports?" Because it's just not something I'm interested in. But I mean, I can appreciate athleticism. I can appreciate drive. I can appreciate uh, an athlete that, or any person that pours their heart and soul into something and is successful at it. And I can see that without knowing exactly what it is that they're doing. The real power is the power of the individual, man. And I think it's one of those things where once you start claiming your individualism, you begin to step back and you do see war almost as humorous or as a humorous concept, you know, because you're seeing people fight for something that they really don't. I got this motherfucker. Is it possible for me to urinate without the door open and people watch? I mean, can I just take a shit, please? I mean, I'm trying to do this morning thing,
I
Skywalker. I just want to take a shit,
ain't
man.
bring it up. I say,
Your mic is messed
you
up a
got
little
them.
bit, brother.
No, it ain't. I'm scraping something. I said I was just waiting at the door waiting for you to get done.
Yeah, I mean, well,
You
I
ain't gonna
mean,
come in.
no, you don't need. No, can I just? I'll be done. I mean, I'm not going to sit here on and read the paper forever. But I just need to get this last little kernel out, and I'll be done, man.
Okay, I didn't tell you. You should have let me in the back. Up here talking about that shit this morning. What's up?
What's going on, man? Good morning to you, brother. What's up?
Is it morning? Like, I ain't went to sleep yet. Shit.
Hey, DMV.
I thought it was
You
like
have not gone
afternoon
to sleep,
already.
have you?
Uh-uh.
Man, I just climbed into bed myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, man, you did that stream for like another hour after you closed down the other one. Are you there?
Yeah.
So you closed down the
You
stream
hear me?
and then you did another stream.
Yeah. For an hour.
Okay.
That's what they wanted to do. So I closed down and did another stream. Ended it. Told them go like, share, subscribe on the old one, the one that I ended instead of the one that I supposed to go through the both, but the one that I ended, that's the one they need to go.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, man,
Take it.
I got this software that's going to help us out, man. I was telling everybody to please put comments, please put a timestamp in the comment or just type timestamp in the chat if anything good comes up. But hopefully, these shorts are a way to go, man. You know, if you're going to
Yeah.
sit here and interrupt me taking a shit, can you at least talk?
I said, what the hell? See what you said. This they can have them talking shit. Talking about taking the shit. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Well, I was.
I told you what you need to do. You find ones that like 30, 20, 30, 30 minutes and put them out there like that. You know what I mean?
What time are you going on later? The usual
Something.
time? Man,
Probably
it
yeah.
sounds like it sounds like you're doing
8:30.
manual labor, man. That's making me very tired.
Not doing. I ain't doing that.
See, man, it's what I'm talking about, man.
But
The mic was not working. The
but
sounds in the background. I was just trying to finish up a little morning rant, and this is what I got to deal with, man. And Skywalker, what possessed you when you were going to sleep? Were you listening to the chat like when you were asleep and you kind of heard it and then came back up? Ooh, that's beautiful. That is.
so not there fishing
Oh, that's beautiful.
in the big ass houses
Oh, that's beautiful, man. Mm.
to the island over there. You got the city and shit over there. People on boats. There's your favorite thing in the sky, the toothpaste tube.
The contrails, yeah. Is
Yeah.
that the intercoastal?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up on the. I don't know my way around. I need navigation. You know what I mean? I use navigation wherever I go. Map, GPS.
Well, I
If I
was
can't
just
get them, put it in.
I
I
was
don't know. I
just
think
go ahead.
um, I'm trying to figure out which one it is. Oh, it's the Gulf. I think so. Ain't it?
Yeah, I don't. Are you
Yeah.
facing the sea, or are you facing the Gulf, or are you facing inward, like facing east? Is that
I'd be facing. I'd be facing the Gulf. I think so. But this
okay?
is like an outlet. This ain't the. You know what I'm saying? It
Right.
go.
Okay.
And this is big ass house that working in hotter than the motherfucking shit.
Beautiful. Well,
Well, y'all cool. If y'all cool. Talking about you don't use GPS. Shit, you a country boy. You look in the stars and see where to go.
oh, shit. Well, look, man.
Yeah. Me and what happened?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, you've basically stolen my stream, but go ahead.
I ain't stay stream, man. I was just gonna tell everybody to get likes up, man. Subscribe. That's all. You know what I mean?
Oh, I appreciate.
Don't
No,
come up.
I appreciate. I. I'm gonna I'm gonna hit the sack here and then do some more clips and whatnot. Guys, check out the clips. Let me know if you like them and whatnot. Always put a timestamp or something like that in the chat, or put it. Damn, that guy. You know how nice it is when you can just talk by yourself. I'm so happy he's gone. You know, mowing lawns and shit, and it's
Don't
loud.
wish
Oh,
for
he's
too much.
back.
Don't wish for too much,
Fuck, he's right
motherfucker.
back. He's
God
right
damn
back.
it.
Shit. Can I, Jesus. Okay, thank you. God, he's gone. He's probably in the back watching. He's gone. This is what I'm talking about, man. Look, you guys are fun people, man. All of you are fucking fun and funny. And I thank you for believing in this stream. I thank you for following me and Skywalker. We have a lot of fun over here, man. And the war is intense. It's raw, but it's one where no one dies, and in the end, we all shake hands and move on. So there's no bile, no bad blood. But I gotta tell you, war is so beautiful to watch. I really love war. All right, and that's it, guys. We're doing well. We're putting on people here and there. You know, that steadily climbing. I mean, the word is already out on CT's chat that we're here. So I think we're getting people from off the street, which is nice. So, in the hours we operate, particularly late night hours, you're getting a lot of weird people on there. So maybe the weirdos are helping the numbers too. But whatever, like, share, subscribe. We definitely are going on later. Shout out to DMV in the chat. GME gave me this software thing and it works great. I'm still trying to work it out, but I can see where it's going and how it's going to be helpful, man. So DMV, I really do appreciate that very, very, very much. You have no idea. We're getting bigger. We're getting bigger, man, and we're getting bigger with just a core group of people. So all of you, chosen, questions, Randall, DMV, Yakub, fuck you, Dave. You a fucking nigger, Dave. Yeti, Wolfpack, my man, Wolf. Uh, word on the street is Wolfpack's a billionaire. I'm just telling you what I heard. He's a billionaire. Roz, of course. Uh, all of you guys, thank you for following me on this little experiment, and let's see where this goes, man. Let's see where this goes. At some point, we gotta have a meetup. All right, we just got to. I got. I mean, we just got to. But anyway, all right. Rambling over. I gotta go to the bathroom, and then I have to go to bed. All right, that's probably TMI, but I don't care. You're listening to me. I love you guys. Like, share, subscribe. Please, comments are always welcome. And don't forget, and I'll keep saying it. Feel free to timestamp in the comment section on any of these videos. It really helps me able to go directly to that point and make a shorts out of it. I think these shorts are going to be something that kind of is good bait for the rest of YouTube. All right. I love you all. Thanks for everything. Talk to you.